Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well. From wherever you're watching this channel, I believe you've been following what is happening in Tanzania, even though there is still word that internet has been shut down there. But there's also an emerging story about JAKAYA Kikwete.
Chama chetu kitaendelea kuchaguliwa tu. Wakati mwingine ukiyasema haya wanakasirika kweli, hasa mzee yule kwa nini asiende kupumzika basi.
Watu wamepiga mabasi moto. Mabasi yamekula moto mabasi.
JAKAYA mrishe Kikwete. Now, what is this being told about JAKAYA Kikwete? You know, someone shared on X that former Tanzania President JAKAYA Kikwete has fled the country and sought refuge in Kenya following the GENZ protests in Tanzania. That is someone by the name Billy. There's someone else by the name Abdullahi Adan said, former Tanzania President JAKAYA Kikwete has reportedly fled Tanzania to Kenya. Some of his businesses in Arusha and Dar es Salaam have been vandalized by protests. So these are stories coming out relating to the ongoing protest in Tanzania. Now, I'm just trying to take you up to speed with what's happening here, because yesterday there are a couple of videos which were shared about businesses belonging to people in CCM being touched.
Mungu wangu jamani, fire sio amefika. Nimeona na nili gari moja. Nimeona fire mimi sijui namba zao, nimeona tu gari imekuja. TANESCO ndio wamepokea, wamesema wanazima. Mungu wangu, Mungu wangu, Mungu wangu jamani hapo Bigoni ikipata tu tumeondoka wote. La haula wala quwwata illa billah lazim. Mwenyezi Mungu. Tusaidie, la haula la, ona chete hizo zinaboruka. Ona. Yaani ikienda tu kwenye gorofa mimi naogopa hiyo Bigoni kikamata moto. Mungu. Jamani. Ilo gorofa lote mpaka chini linaondoka hilo. Mwenyezi Mungu. Ona watu wale Wahindi badala washuke chini pale wamekaa kwenye gorofa, sijui wanatafuta nini, moto uko karibu vile.
There are also footages of police stations being torched. There were also footages of police who were seen to be running away from the protesters who were enraged. You see, the difference between the protests in Tanzania and the protests in Kenya is this. Normally, the protests in Kenya take place after the results have been announced, because most of the time people are not happy about the results. That means people are always happy about the process, the ballot papers and everything, but when it comes towards the end of the election, sasa hapo ndio mess utokea. So that is now when protests in Kenya normally take place. Now, the case of Tanzania is a bit different. The protest in Tanzania is not about the results, which are going to be announced by the electoral body there, but it's about the process. The Tanzania people are demonstrating because you are being forced to go and vote for someone you don't want. Or let's say, if you are expecting opponent A, B, and C to be on the ballot, but A and B have been technically knocked out by opponent C, who is supposed to be in the same ballot with them, decides that the A and B will not be on the ballot papers. So you as a supporter, you find yourself in a very unfortunate situation. You cannot vote for someone you don't want. I think that is what is happening in Tanzania. And that's the main reason why you find that demonstrations have taken that direction.
Hii ndio kadi yangu ya kura hii. Lakini wacha ikae hapa mfukoni. Sipigi kura. Kwa nini sipigi? Kwa sababu sina choice. Nimelazimishiwa Mama Samia tu ndio nasikia tangazo lake. Na mimi simtaki, ningetaka nipate choice nyingine. lakini wale wengine waliowekwa ni kwamba hata hawawezi kupata hizo kura zinazotakiwa. Ngoja niweke hii pochi yangu vizuri, nirudishe hii kadi yangu ya kura isije ikapotea. Maana wakati sheria zitakaporekebishwa, ngoja niweke kwanza, wakati sheria zitakaporekebishwa za uchaguzi, mtaitumia kadi yangu ya kupiga kura nikapige kura.
Someone told me something that you see what is happening in Tanzania right now. Tanzania will never be the same again. You see, Tanzania have already taken the initiative of demonstrating street protests on their own behalf. They have followed what used to happen in Kenya. So they are also initiating their own. So this means the CCM will have to relinquish certain policies. Because if you look at Tanzania, honestly speaking, hakuna democracy. Imekuwa ni CCM all along. All these years, CCM has been the one producing presidential candidates and the winners. But these other parties like Chadema, yeah, and other parties, small parties, can never produce a president. They can only produce opposition leaders. So that's the main reason why Tanzanians have said, no, it's right time. I think some balancing be seen here. We need to find ourselves in a situation whereby any party can win, not CCM only. Now, allow me to take you back to Kikwete. Now, there's a reason why Kikwete, when you hear the name Kikwete, we will always remember what happened during the PEV, forced election violence. Now, Kikwete is one of those people who are invited to Kenya to come and cool down the tension that had already been witnessed when Kibaki was pronounced the winner by the ECK chair of that during that time, and Kibaki was sworn in at night, and Kibaki picked a vice president who is Kalonzo Musyoka, someone who was not on the same ticket with him. So that time, that is when all hell broke loose, ladies and gentlemen. And Kikwete, Kofi Annan, and some other leaders, Benjamin Mkapa, had to come on board and try to help Kenyans regain its peace. Because, you know, the level of animosity had grown, and people were being killed, and the churches being torched. So there was no way Tanzania people would just sit down and celebrate what was happening. Tanzania and Uganda were going to be affected. So Benjamin Mkapa came, and we also had JAKAYA Kikwete, we had Kofi Annan, we even had so many other leaders in Africa who came on board. You know, there's the issue of Desmond Tutu. He also came to try to quell this tension. Now, let's get back to JAKAYA Kikwete. If it is true what is being shared that JAKAYA Kikwete had to flee, I'm understanding that down there in Tanzania, these demonstrators are targeting CCM members, the businesses owned by CCM members. Like, say, for example, someone like Diamond. You know, Diamond has businesses, Wasafi, and many other businesses. So the demonstrators were targeting businesses belonging to such kind of people. So I think that could have been the reason why JAKAYA Kikwete found himself fleeing, you know, because he's one of those people who appear during CCM gathering and push for a CCM voting, for people to vote for CCM, and say that CCM is the only party that is going to win. So I think these are some of the comments which did not sit well with the majority of Tanzanians, and that's the main reason why they were going for leaders in CCM. Leaders in CCM, ladies and gentlemen. So just go below in the comment section and tell us what you think about this issue of JAKAYA Kikwete. Allow me to just take you through a couple of reactions. People are talking about this matter of Kikwete, Kenya. Now, someone by the name Thomas Obita says, this is some X-reaction, says, this is really cowardly if true, but has really fled or is just visiting his home in Kenya. Why would GENZ target him? Apart from being a member of CCM, is he employed by SAMIA's government? There's a question there. So Kenya says, he should be extradited back to Tanzania to face the wrath of the people. Kenya is not a place to harbor dictators who are destroying the lives of people. Yusuf says, asking for a friend where in Kenya. Okay. Asa says, he and Samia are the chief culprits of oppression in Tanzania, and after the GENZ successfully win this battle, Kikwete and the current president must be arrested for all mess the country is into and for all the all the murder of innocent civilians today. Let me just take you through some couple of other reactions randomly. Omondi kutoka Bondo says, let him not come to hide here. He could have contributed in the mess by supporting a raw government headed by Idi Amin Moma. Okay. Duncan says, why are we hosting this when they can't speak for their country and men who mean well for their welfare like Tundu Lissu? Okay. Yasir says, Wakenya walishawahi kusema huyu babu hawamtaki hata kumwona. Inabidi wamrejeshe aje kumsalimia jinsi. Okay. Anonymous Concept, huyu amefanya kazi nzuri huko TZ na wanda hata tunataka tujue location tupeleke rambirambi. Rambirambi hata ni nini tupeleke salamu. Okay. Let me also take you through, like let's just to Chang Ostari says, so Kikwete pia ni Kwetiot. Oh, why has he been silent when Binti has been terrorizing what he said? Let me take you through the last one. Why ama yeye ndiye mshauri mkuu Samia, nasikia kujirudikia mali nyingi sana na yeye na mwanawe. Okay, that's the last one. But what is happening here is that I mean, there are people support. In fact, 99 of those who reacted there don't support Kikwete at all. But the bottom line here is that Kikwete ni kama amekimbilia Kenya kwa usalama wake, biashara zake zikivamiwa na wajenzi huko Tanzania. So perhaps if you watch this video and have not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.